So the Last of Us franchise is one of the most hated franchises in the world now, gaming, movies, and media in general, because of The Last of Us Part Two. The Last of Us Part Two was so not good. The fact that it was so not good that the Game of Thrones actor is dodging questions about playing in The Last of Us because he knows how divided, how the Last of Us is as a fan base and franchise. The only people who like The Last of Us Part Two was of course Twitter. They were the only people who actually liked the game, and a small minority of normal people actually liked The Last of Us Part Two. But Game of Thrones actor is avoiding about playing the cousin because he knows if there's a Last of Us series, and if he's playing Joel, well, guess what happened to him? We don't know what happened to him in The Last of Us Part Two. They're going to probably kill him off for like the first season because of Abby. They're probably trying to do something like that, and he probably knows well and know how that's probably what will happen because that's how Naughty Dog is. And HBO advertising with the popular PlayStation game. World of W informed that he recently posted his copy of The Last of Us Part 2, knowing how it's a great game, even though he knows that if he plays Joel in The Last of Us, he probably knows what happens. He probably still he might not still not like the part that Joel died in The Last of Us Part 2. I don't think anybody liked that part. And yes, there were people who still like the game, like the gameplay of the game and stuff, or the multiplayer mode that they added to the game, or like that, or the survival mode, which is basically like a not. But the storyline, nobody. I'm thinking only like 2% of people who actually like the storyline of The Last of Us Part Two, because The Last of Us Part 2 storyline is garbage. Okay, simple as that. He refused to his refusal announced the credit Diego unnoticed by fans who read that Castle Roto who picked the perfect for the character. One fan I read there was a response exactly and now we inspired photos that speculate further pointed how the actor would be playing the game as resource for the role, allowing him to familiarize himself with the characters as well. Fans announced that his approach to Henry Cavill's portrayal of Netflix's adaptation of the series, though how those involved in the production of Henry Cavill as the Witcher were already fans of the story. It helps bolster the end result. Well, we all know that The Last of Us Part 2 was garbage, so The Last of Us being adapted by the sports screen by Chernobyl's Craig Mason and the video game's writer and co-director. Oh yeah, we all know that. And Neil Cuckman's involvement or undoubtedly, yeah, fan unexcitement. That's what it really is, fan unexcitement, because we all know that yeah, basically, yeah, Joel's probably gonna die in the first season, probably by Abby or some new feminist character that they make up, and that's gonna happen. That's probably gonna happen. For George Robert would actually cut from the original game, blah blah blah. But yeah. The Last of Us TV show, the only reason we said The Last of Us Part 1 was actually, was a live action version of the first game. But we all know that when they make a season 2 based on The Last of Us Part 2, we all know that's going to flop hard because The Last of Us Part 2, no one wants to subject themselves to that same experience again. So, yep, that's basically about this thing here. That's basically it. Goodbye.